jungle, we unite in the tripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossin' on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em, yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em. Single bottle, never stop it. To the feastin' on 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes? Flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite in the...
Welcome to another episode of Bengals and Brews. I am Dale Altman, joined by my co-host, the Orange Arrow, Derek Davis. How we doing tonight, Derek?
Dude, I'm ready. I'm pumped up. I'm excited for the game tomorrow. I'm excited for the show tonight. I'm ready to lock and load.
You got that beautiful hat that came in. I'll probably wear the same one tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know if I'm gonna wear it tomorrow. I'm still going back and forth. I feel like my wife right now. I'm not sure what I'm gonna wear for the game tomorrow, but you know.
You better pick it out. I know how you are. You even usually want her to pick her stuff out. So
Yep. That's how it is. So you just gotta come prepared. Always gotta come prepared.
You're like, I don't know. You're very feminine when it comes to that.
I literally wear one thing, the Orange Arrow suit. Now, when it's hot, I do tend to change things up a little bit, but I got the Christmas sweater. It is the Christmas game for us technically, since next week or the next game, Christmas Eve, will be in Boston. But it'll be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun.
Who date all the guys in the chat? See.
Yep.
Jerome, James, Stranger, Greg, Nick, Tyler, quite a few.
Got the whole crew in there tonight.
That's right.
Have you told Derek yet, Dale? That's
I don't know which thing.
Told me what? That's not usually a good thing.
I talk bad about Derek all the time. So which part?
No, 90% of the time I hear it. So,
well, we're thinking about stopping at Rally House or Dick's Sporting Goods or somewhere before. So I was the suite. Yeah, oh yeah, those guys are going to be up there.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Greg and Cincy James and a couple other people are going to be up there. It should be a lot of fun. We'll get it loud and rowdy up in there. I don't know. Is that one of the places where they can go inside and outside? Is that?
But I have no clue. You act like I've been up in these places.
Oh man,
this will probably be the first and last time anybody ever allows me to do something like this.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I better enjoy it. Tell the people about Birminghorn.
All right, yeah, you can go to birminghornmeadery.com, get you 15% off using the promo code BengalBrew. It's all one word, and there's no S at the end of Bengals, so don't have to worry about all that stuff. Just go to Bengal Brew or go to birminghornmeadery.com. 2 or more bottles. You got to be 21 or older to purchase, of course. But it's good stuff. They got a lot of good stuff going on right now with all their different things. They got some sort of, it's like a beer that you can actually get shipped to you. So it's pretty cool.
What's that mean? Is that like swingers and stuff?
I think he means if they'll let us, it must be an open suite. Anyone can walk in if they're letting us in there.
Yeah. I just thought maybe it meant like you can do whatever you want in there.
Yeah.
I might bend you over if we start winning.
It might happen. Which, speaking of bending over, I do owe a shotgun bet.
Oh.
So I'm going to bend over and take this one real quick. I hit 2 of 3 last week. I will say that. I hit 2 of 3, but I made it a parlay, so horseshoes only count in almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. So here we go.
Cheers. Well, I took 47 shots last night, so we're going to count those as my drinks. I'm not drinking today. I maybe overdid it a wee bit last night. Been feeling a little rough today.
Yeah, so. Dale said, "Hey, you want to go live later?" I said, "Dude, I got to spend time with my family. I ain't seen them all week." He's like,
"Family."
He's like, well, I'm drunk. I'm ready to go live.
Yep.
But
you can also tell people about Betfred Sports.
Yeah, good way to get into these sweet tickets or get these sweet tickets is going to betfredsports.com/Ohio/Bengals_boys2. Click that link, which I wish we could make that a link to where people could just click on it. That'd be nice, right? But go there, get signed up for Betfred. There's a nice party on New Year's for anyone who pre-registers for this. So get pre-registered, get signed up, have fun.
You see the details about that? It's at Fowling
Cincinnati.
So,
in Cincinnati. Should be
something I've kind of always wanted to do. So, I mean, if it's something you've always wanted to do, pre-register. You can go do it.
Absolutely.
So, all right, let's
real quick before we get into everything. We're not sponsored by them or anything, but I did want to give a quick shout out to these guys, Hayden Hurst Foundation. If you guys, anybody wants to donate or do anything like that, go to the HaydenHurstFoundation.com and make a nice little donation for Christmas.
Well, on Thursday, we'll do our drawing. So anybody that sign up for that Burrow print raffle, we're going to try to do that on here with, we'll see how it goes. So we're going to do like 2 heats of 25 each because we had, we hit the 50, which if you had more than one spot, you'll be in there more than one spot. It's like the one race, Phil, the fan of the year, he's going to have like 12 of 25 spots. But it don't mean anything. I ran a simulation one, and it didn't matter. It wasn't one hit. But we'll do that live on Thursday on our show that starts at 7. And then we'll do the 2 semifinal races, and then we'll do just head-to-head right off the rip on the final one. So that's who will win it. So that's the plan for Thursday. But we're not here about Thursday. We are here about the game tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So, our shotgun bets of the week. Derek, explain to the people what that means. If they don't know, they just kind of seen you take one to the dome. It's really about that self-explanatory.
Yeah. Just if you lose, you got to take a shot. And we figured out last week, everyone won except for me, Dale, and Houday Joe. So we made things a little harder on you guys this week.
Basically, if you want to win money when Betfred Sports becomes legal here in Ohio on January 1st, do the opposite of what the guys on Bengals and Brews pick. Just pick the opposite, and you'll win. I had Burrow passing yards. He was like 10 off, It's like, dang, I really thought he was going to get at least 300 because it was set around like, I think 278 or something.
It was. He had 270. It was 298, I think. Or he had 278. It was 298.
Okay.
But the thing is if you would have taken Burrow passing and and rushing yards, because that's a bet that you can make.
You can combine.
Combine them. Yeah. You would have got that on the money. You would have hit that because it combines both of them.
Well, the rushing yards was like 13, and I was like, I think you'll have more than that, But
he had like 40.
But these guys like Greg scooped that up, and I didn't want to pick the same thing. So and then people scooped up the over. I think it was 23.5 or 24.5, one or the other. That was the other one I was looking at the most. So I wasn't left with exactly what I wanted. But you guys can get your shotgun bets of the weekend, so we can hold you to it here. So as you see, you got Burrow 275 yards. 2+ touchdowns and a win. Derek just combined 3 things. He said, I'm tired of this. You want that one? You got to pick all that.
We got some parlays in here.
The Burrow over 2.5 touchdowns. So I assume that is rushing and passing.
Yeah, that's just 2.5 touchdowns, period. That's why it's plus 164. And I looked for last night. I had the Bengals at 2.5, which if somebody got that and was actually able to place that bet, it would have been great because I looked today and it was all the way up to 3.5 touchdowns. So they're looking. Vegas is looking for Cincy to score some touchdowns this week.
So Joe is going with the over 26 rushing. Look, that's why he's not even on the show, so he could get like the first pick in. I see what he's doing here.
Yeah.
And that's the Cincy over 20. You got 23.5 and 25.5. Which is
so that is. I looked it up and I was going to change it and I just ran out of time, but that is actually over 23.5 is the over for total teams like for both teams to score over 23.5, and then Cincy to score over 25.5 for the whole game. So that's what that is.
That don't make no damn sense. What do you mean? Like each team is going to score more than
Over
23.5
in the first half, and then Cincy to score over 25.5 for the whole game.
Okay, that makes more sense. So that's the first half, and then Cincy's overall. Okay. Chase, 100 yards and a Cincinnati win. T, an anytime touchdown, and then Burrow, 26 yards, which Joe cheated and because he was tired of losing. But, hey, 26 yards is no given.
You're right. Yep,
especially because how does that count with sacks?
Sacks. I don't think sacks count against the rushing total. I think it's only kneel downs that count against.
Well, when we're kneeling it out, Joe's just going to see those couple yards just keep fading away that he needed, and I'm going to laugh at him. So Jerome went with the T anytime touchdown. I think that's a good pick. I think he's going to have a good game. Man, this is not easy, but Chase is going up against Ward. That secondary's been good. Mm-hmm. So since James is going with the Chase and the Cincy win for his, I'll just do the Burrow over 2.5 touchdowns. That's honestly seems the easiest one on there, like standing out to me, but you just never know. Like if it's a low scoring game, that might not happen, but I think Burrow will have 3 tutties. I mean, whether it's passing, two passing, 1 rushing, like he'll get in the end zone 3 times. I hope, but we know Mixon's back. We know P. Ryan's playing well. Those could end up being rushing touchdowns down in the red zone.
Absolutely. And I don't know if I explained this, but if you lose, for everybody saying, I'm going to pick this, these guys know. But for anyone else, if you lose, you have to shotgun a beer, take a shot of whiskey, whatever you want to do. But that's for the loss. The win is, hey, you get, emotional support or something like that. I don't know.
You get to talk trash about how much better you are than us because we never pick the winners. So.
Yeah, exactly. So which one are you taking, Dale?
The Burrow over 2.5 touchdowns.
Okay. Now, mine is, I did a little special for mine, and I didn't put it in here. I was going to, once again, run out of time. So
how you going to take something that ain't even up here?
Okay, so here's the whole thing that I do a parlay, right? So I'm picking 2 of these that are on here.
Okay,
and I'm also picking one other one that's not on here. But the reason why I'm picking this one is because it is Bengals related, okay? If this happens, I fully believe the Bengals will be first in the AFC North. So I am going to take Joe Burrow will have over 2.5 passing touchdowns. That's one. The second one I'm picking is the total points for 23.5 for both teams in the first half, because I think that the Bengals will get out to an early start, start fast, start strong, get a couple touchdowns, maybe the Browns get a touchdown, but the way their offense looked last week, I really don't know. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. But the over 25.5 is just singing to me right now. So I'm taking those 2, Burrow over 2.5 touchdowns, Cincy over 25.5 points, and the total for the first half being over 23.5 points. With that, I'm parlaying that with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens game. I'm not picking Pittsburgh to win. I just can't do it. Okay? I can't. I know it helps us to do that, but I can't pick Pittsburgh to win because fuck Pittsburgh. End of story, right? So I'm picking the total to go under 36.5. My whole thought is if the points are under that point, under 36.5 points, the Steelers defense will pick up the win for them. So I'm not picking Pittsburgh to win, but I am picking them to win.
Or a tie. 17-17 tie game.
Oh, that would be perfect.
And then Tom had a question here, which I was getting ready to look to see. I hadn't seen anything myself about updates on Amari Cooper, who was injured in practice the other day. Didn't practice Friday. Joe says there's no real updates, but it looks like he's trending toward playing, but not a guarantee. It's basically, to me, when they're questionable and they had an injury and didn't practice Friday, could go either way. But I'm sure if he's available at all, he's going to be in there. I mean, especially since they have he who shall not be named back at quarterback for the second week.
Just call him Voldemort.
Yeah, they're going to, want to have their weapons and try to really show us what's up.
Yeah, Amari Cooper is about the only receiver they got that can pick balls up off of his shoes, so they got to have him.
Yeah. So Greg's got the over Burrow 2.5, same as me.
All right. I'm writing all these down, so don't think I won't forget.
Yeah, Fiji, I agree. 36 is a lot for that game, so taking the under on it, probably what I'd do too. You just never know, though. I mean, it'd definitely be the Steelers to win, like Derek's saying, most likely. And they do have a backup quarterback, but their backup quarterback is pretty solid.
Snoop Huntley, man.
Huntley's good.
I said last year, I would, and I don't know how you feel on it. Would you pay Lamar Jackson a ridiculous amount of money to keep him, or get 75% of what Lamar can bring for 10 cents on the dollar with Snoop Huntley?
Well, I don't think he's that accurate of a passer, and that's not anything to do with the color of his skin. But I just don't think he's that accurate of a passer. I mean, I see him just miss wide open touchdowns quite often. I mean, and then he hits some, but guess what? It's the NFL. You should be hitting those more often than not. That's what I want in a quarterback, and that's what we see in like Joe Burrow. So I don't think I would pay him what he's going to get paid. But then again, I think Baltimore, their fan base would not be happy if they don't pay him. They're kind of rocking a hard place with that. And then there's no guarantee if Huntley's the guy full time that, and we'll see. This may be, if Lamar's out for a few weeks, we'll see if Huntley balls out again, because now everybody has plenty of tape on him from last year because he had to play down the stretch for them. So,
how many games did he last year? 3 or 4?
I mean, at least, yeah. He had to play down the stretch for at least 3 or 4.
He's probably going to get 2 or 3 games this year. So you're going to have, a whole half a season potentially of tape on this guy to look at.
So James was saying on your bet that it doesn't say first half, you dumbass.
It doesn't. Listen, you can only fit so much in that little space. I figured, you know what? I can explain it.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Can only fit so much
in that little space. But you want to talk about some of the fines we saw today. There's actually more. You didn't mention the Chase one before the show started. Did you not see it yet?
I did not see the Chase one.
So for him doing the taunting penalty he got after the second touchdown, I can't remember the amount on that. The chat would probably have it, but I just seen it right before we went on. I feel like it was
10 or 12,000, something like that.
Yeah, it was 12 to 15,000. I'm pretty sure. And then Jesse Bates got $50,000 fine for
$50,000 for something that you cannot prove. And I put this on Facebook. I said, or on Facebook. Fuck Facebook. I put this on Twitter. How can you find someone $50,000 for something that you technically cannot prove? He was on the injury report with him.
It was super damn
It was
obvious.
very sus.
Especially that camera angle they got of him where the guys are running on and he looks at him. That didn't help his case.
I'm not saying it wasn't suspicious. But
it just pisses me off because how many plays is it like, man, I want to see the replay of that, or I want to see a better angle of that, and we never see it, even after the games. But damn, they got Jesse Bates good. They got him looking right at those guys running on the field.
My groin.
God.
Yeah. But listen, they're getting him $50,000 for that, right? And yet
it's basically saying
you gotta spearheads, like hands down, full-headed spears this guy right in the face or right in the helmet. I think it might have even been the face mask. I can't remember now. No fine at all. But they're worried about player safety.
Hey,
let me tell you.
I think Joe talked Jeff into jumping in. Did you read that a little bit ago? I didn't, which is pretty accurate. Like, because he said in our group messaging where how it kind of went, Jeff, come hang out with me. Derek, we have plans. We have our own show, Jeff, I'm coming over to your house. Derek, okay, that's fine. Then Jeff, sorry, I'm busy. That's pretty much how it happened. Jeff said, I'm ready to go. Let's do a show tonight, boys. And Derek's like, we have a show at 5. Jeff's like, awesome, I'm in. Let's do it. Right before the show starts, he goes, I don't think I'm coming, guys. I think I'm going to go out to eat, or I'm watching the Bearcats game. It's like, what the hell? You just were so
That
excited.
sounds like a personal problem if he's having trouble coming, in my personal opinion. But
you probably know a little about that.
I know a lot about that, but man.
But yeah, those fines, I mean, it's just funny to me because, like I said, the camera angles and the stuff they do, and then Pickens and the Stillers, the stuff those guys get away with.
It amazes me. But we're here to talk. We ain't talking about last week. We're here to talk about this week, right?
Yeah, last week's in the past, man. This team's had our number. The Browns have had our number. Like, I continue to say this all week long, but it's like it really is. Who can get off to a better start? Because that goes right hand in hand with then I think who can continue to run the ball more and more effectively is going to probably be the biggest thing. I mean, Joe's playing so well right now, but we can't let the Browns get a lead and just feed Chubb and feed Chubb and feed Chubb and Garrett teeing off. I mean,
my kids.
It all goes hand in hand with each other, So fast start, keeping Clowney from being able to just tee off on the pass rush and also being able to effectively run the ball while keeping Chubb off the field and Chubb from running crazy because, I mean, he's probably the best running back in the NFL. I don't know anybody better, but you got to be able to slow that down. You slow that down, you get off to a good start. You make Watson actually have to pass the ball, and he didn't look very good at it last week. So I think we could really, really blow this team out if we can get off to a good start.
Absolutely. Now, and until my kids was like, hey, let's turn this friggin' TV up to 100.
Blair.
Jesus God.
They said full send.
I don't know if they're like, hey, Dad might like this song that's playing right now. So,
yeah.
Oh, no, we talk shit, and then something just had to happen here.
Oh, God.
Oh,
dude,
no.
The Cats are this damn close to winning the fuck.
Hey, this is the Bengals and Brews. We ain't here to talk about basketball.
I just got done watching the crossout shootout. It was, oh, my God.
So I take it they lost?
Yeah, they lost. Dude, they came within 2 points of winning the damn game, and then they called a timeout. Timeout.
Right before you hopped on, Jeff, that's what I was about to say, because Derek's kid's full blasting the TV in the background when he was trying to talk a second ago. I was like, he's going to rip that jersey off, have the wife beater on again.
Oh, yeah. You get the switch out. The switch
I got kids in their place.
I got the black wife beater on today,
See?
No, I got a t-shirt on. But no, I was just going to say, with the game tomorrow, like,
we're going to whoop their ass.
Yeah, basically you can't let the Chubb get, like, fully going.
You can't go full Chubb.
You can't go full Chubb.
No, I was going to say
we have the Chubb stopper. His name is DJ motherfucking Reader. That's his name.
You can't maybe go mini Chubb, but
nobody wants to hear about your Chubb at all ever.
I'm just going to say, in my personal opinion, I think we should give the ball. If we win.
Wait.
I'm all about taking the ball.
No, there's no if. There's no when we win.
When we win the coin toss.
When we win the whole damn thing. Game, everything.
I'm talking about the coin toss.
Oh, it always comes down to the coin toss. I've said that a million times.
I say if we win the coin toss, we give them the ball. Because
Jeff,
something that
is that an original idea, or did someone say that on your show yesterday?
Was that okay? That's where I heard it from then. Because I was just listening to the show like about 2 hours ago, so maybe that's where I'm retaining that. I listen to about 60 freaking Bengals podcasts. It's hard telling.
Well, you should only listen to mine and yours that you're never on.
Well, I do. I was just thinking.
Yeah, I said the same thing yesterday on Iceman Show, Derek. I said, I know we'd like to get the ball, and we pretty much 90+% to get it because most teams defer. I said, but I want that piece of shit out on the field first.
The crowd, man.
Yep.
Yeah, the crowd is going to be so insane. And
Derek, if you watched the show yesterday, I talked about
listened to the show on
podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah, it's on BeanPod, Apple, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Anyway,
Sports and Strawberry Ice.
Sports Star S. But I quoted James Rapine. Gotta get a little plug in there. I quoted James Rapine on Bengals or Locked On Bengals, where he was at the Holy Grail pre-gaming, and they had the Browns game on it. Everybody in that bar was booing Deshaun Watson like crazy, cheering when he threw the ball in the dirt. If that's a forte to what's going to happen tomorrow, God help him.
Yeah. And maybe that's where I'd heard it from was on the Locked On guys talking about this. Our fan base is freaking rabid. I mean, I love our fans so much because they will grab him by the dick and twist. Maybe we shouldn't say grab him by the dick.
No one should be grabbing that guy by the dick.
Yeah.
That's what he wants.
Yeah,
exactly. But just fucking chop that.
Chop
I'm
it
just
off.
going to stop.
No,
I'm just
no,
going to
no,
stop.
no,
I was
no
going to say
fans-
chop it off
The
because
fans chop anything off. Don't chop anything off. You just
he
do
will
it.
not be able to hear. I promise you, this will be a louder stadium. I'm gonna come out and say it. This will be louder than it was for the Raiders game. I'm already calling it.
Well, I just want to know one question, Derek.
Was that the question you were wondering?
No, not that one at all. My question is, are you not going to die this weekend? That's what I want to know.
No, I'm might have 3 beers the whole time.
For about the next 6 weeks, right, Dale?
Oh, yeah. I said he'll be
Which-
on best behavior.
Dale, send me that picture real quick. I'm gonna pop that in.
Of you dying?
No, was you able to pop up the key situation?
Oh, I showed it on
Okay,
Strawberry Show because we
yeah.
hadn't talked about it all week, and I kept
I
teasing
know.
it. So
No, yeah. Go ahead.
So
Talk about it.
I'll go ahead and start the story. So the whole thing started. We get to lot 1, and Dale's like, "Hey, Derek, you want a beer?" He was offering everybody beers. Like when I got home,
it's all Dale's fault.
Yeah, I took like 12
no,
beers. and
no,
when I
he
got
didn't.
home,
He didn't take a beer.
no. Well,
That's the thing. He
yeah,
should have.
absolutely. When I took like 12 beers, I said, that'll be enough for Sarah and I. When I got home, I had like 9 beers left because Dale was just handing them out like candy.
I was handing
at
out my
Halloween.
beers. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, drink my beer. But needless to say, we got there. He's like, Derek, do you want a beer? I'm like, nope, I got this. And I started sipping on bourbon. And what's my one rule, Dale? I don't drink bourbon at the tailgates because that's just.
Wait,
So I had 2 conies the entire day.
Whoa, Dale! How many times have we seen Derek drink bourbon at the tailgate?
This
wrong?
year, there's
This
been
wrong.
what, five home games,
Yeah.
6,
Mhm.
5,
Yeah.
5
I've
home
had
games. At least 3 or 4.
Yeah,
He's
I'm saying,
drinking
at
bourbon.
least 3 out of
Okay,
4. Yeah.
I don't just drink bourbon at the tailgates.
Well, when you
don't
just
drink and drink and drink
Yeah.
and drink bourbon. You
Yeah.
mix in a little bourbon and
Yeah.
usually drink beer. When you
Or
said no
water.
to beer, no to beer because I've got this whole bottle of bourbon. I'm like, well, that's a bad idea, but let's see how that pays off for
yeah.
you.
2 or 3, what is it? SpongeBob, 3 hours later. And I'm like, just fucking done.
Sit down by the van after the game. Well, you drank more after the game. That's what
Yeah,
it's like.
so that was
Aren't you supposed to be driving? This is like
So-
sober up time.
Yeah, we're in the sober up moment,
And he's
and I
drinking
come out
bourbon
there, and
on the way.
I'm good. I'm good up to that point. Like
No,
obviously, I'm not.
no,
good.
you were not, because on the way out of the stadium, you were yelling, I just want someone to run their mouth. I want to fucking hit something. And then you were doing who they chant with people we didn't know and stuff, which that was fine. But then you fell over and like did a roll on the ground and got back up. And those people were like, man down.
I thought I was sober enough. I was trying to prove to everybody I'm sober. I tried
By
to do a
rolling on the
cartwheel.
floor?
No, I tried to do a cartwheel and it.
Okay. If you think proving that you're sober, doing a cartwheel, you're probably not. He left.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and then he got Joe hammered as well on the bourbon. So it was just all bad. We get pictures from Joe. He's like, I don't know who this guy was, but apparently Rachel had to, like, he was hugging all over a guy out at the bars after the game. So him and Derek is just in bad shape. His wife Rachel had to pull him away from his new best
Hey, I'll be
friend.
right back.
This is why I just go home. This is why I just go home. I just go pick my wife picks me up and I just go home. This is
I'm 2 hours away, so I'm like, man.
Well, see, this is why. Like, look, all right, put it this way. I was telling everybody down there at Moreland House tonight that everybody sign up for Betfred. By the way, if you're not signing up for Betfred, make sure you sign up. It's betfredsports.com/Ohio _boys2.
No,
Bengal
it's
Boys 2.
Bengals.
Bengal,
It's let me bring it up, Jeff.
Bengal Boys 2. Anyway, I was telling all these people that I got signed up. I got a couple of them signed up for my show and your show. I said, look, we're going to go live after we win. I said, they're like, is Dale and Derek going to make it? I said, I hope so. I'm hoping they're going to make it. They go straight home. We're going to go live after the game. Maybe you guys might be in the car, Maybe let the women drive home. You guys
say you act like going live right away is possible.
Well, dude, I went live like 2 hours later. It wasn't like
you got to get through traffic, and even if with no traffic, I am 2 hours with no traffic from the stadium.
How many times have you two went live without me this year? I'm just saying, you went live at your hotel room there, Dale. This could happen.
Yeah, at 2 a.m. after a Thursday night game.
I wasn't awake then. So we're not doing live. Well, we're going live after the game. Hopefully, these two will be home. So and hit that one. Wait, that one.
Does that make any sense, Derek? That we will be home after the game?
Yes, you'll be home sometime during the game. You will be home to come live on me.
If you want to do a live during Sunday Night Football, maybe
came out wrong.
But by the time I get home, it's like Sunday Night Football starting.
Yeah, I don't get home till at least 7 or 8 typically.
Yeah. Those are 1 o'clock games.
That's about the time I started last weekend. Actually, no, I didn't. It was 4 o'clock. That's about the time I started.
No, it might have been because the game was at 4:30.
Yeah, 7, 8 o'clock. We'll start. You guys should be home then, and we can go live afterwards.
8 or 9 o'clock last week. Derek was dying on us.
Yes, he was. He was. Now I have, which I feel bad if Bengals and Bourbon is watching this. I told him I call him back, and I feel bad. I'm going to call you back after the show. So apparently, Ted Karras Jr. is wanting to come to the tailgate with us down. Of course, not where I'm at, but down where you guys are at.
Because he wants to come see us.
Of course, everyone's come see you guys. They just want me for the beer. They just want to find out how much beer. That's literally Matt called me. How much beer you bring? I'm like, I don't know. I got a couple 6-packs over there. Matt's got some beer. I said, well, bring some. So apparently Ted Karras Jr. is coming to our tailgate. Apparently, which our tailgate is. Shut up, James. Our tailgate is at Lot 1, not at Lot B, where I'm going to be at, but we're going to be in one of those two, and we'll be having some beer, and it's going to be fun.
Oh man, Luther Vision right here. He's got the orange Cincy hat. Greg Luther, how do you like that thing? That thing.
I know. I think the orange one's the next one I'm gonna have to.
That's the first one I'm getting.
It looks.
So can it's the first time I got to talk to you guys today, and I somehow missed this. Dale, did you set something up for a Levi to get a whole bunch of Bengals gear for his first Bengals game?
Yeah. Well, I had seen it on Facebook. I seen the video. Because his parents are younger than me, but I knew his dad a little bit, but not real well because he's 4 or 5 years younger than me. But he died in an ATV accident a few years ago. And I just put the video in general, though, the excitement from the kid, regardless of the situation with his dad. And then I was like, hey, you mind if I share this on Twitter? And is this his first game and stuff like that? And initially, I'm just messaging Derek, trying to get the first game certificate and the stuff like that.
Cut me all out of it, but whatever.
What?
Messaging Derek. Don't mess keep going.
Because he did that for when Cameron went to his game in the preseason game, and he had a certificate for him there. So it's actually a little more than that now. It's closer to 300 because we had a little more.
Is that kind of the coupon for the Pro Shop that I sent you?
Well, I have 15% off. But here's the thing: I don't know if we're going to go to the Pro Shop because we might just try to go to Rally House or Dick's Sporting Goods or something on the way up. Because the Pro Shop, you know how it is on game days. You can barely move, and I'm afraid that they might not have the jerseys and stuff he wants because she said he liked she's getting him a Chase one for Christmas will be his first one, but the other ones he wanted was Burrow and Mixon. So we were thinking maybe if we stop at Rally House or Dick's Sporting Goods on the way up in Eastgate or somewhere, that maybe we'll be able to find this stuff easier.
Should be able to find a Burrow one pretty easily, I'd say. But.
Plus, it won't be as crazy because I want to spend, all the money I got, and I'll put that receipt out there for everybody because I don't want anybody to think we just pocketing any of this money.
No, so either way, people can still donate to this, right?
No.
How about making it all about me?
I took my Venmo information off because it was like that.
Yeah.
Because there's people saying, let's get him a jersey or something. And I was like, I don't really want to do all that. I don't want to be responsible for this money. I don't. It's a lot. I'm still doing that. Got to get everything together with the donations. And that's the thing. I can't automatically just get this Venmo money. So I got to pay for it myself, and then it'll go back into my account next week. So I'm not trying to have tons of money on there. So I just had to end it. And then there's still a couple that came in. I'm like, damn it. And they took all my Venmo information off Twitter and stuff because I'm like, all right, that's I don't want,
Yeah,
that's
all of a sudden you get a $3,000 freaking somebody, which Houday Nation is like that. In all honesty, because
absolutely,
if in my opinion, I feel like if somebody would have said something, about going into detail about all the situation that this kid's been through, I think that Houday Nation could have easily gathered up.
And that's what I mean. Some people,
$2,000.
Some people are sending cards. Jerry Hurst DM'd me on Twitter and said we're going to send something from Hayden to his address. So there is other. That's what I'm saying. But money, I can only buy this kid so much and get to him at the game.
Either way.
Yeah,
it's going to be awesome for the kid, and that's what I mean. That's why I'm like, that's why I was like,
that's what it's all about.
When there's so many people wanting to do it, I was like, hell with it. Let's do it. But the money came in so quick. I was like, oh, okay. That's got plenty.
That was the thing.
Went from getting one jersey to now we're probably going to get him two, a hat or a toboggan, whatever else, just whatever else they've kind of got in there that equals up to the money. So
that was the thing. Is I didn't know anything about this, and I'm watching or looking at Twitter last night at work and going, what? Dude, that's great. Hell, I want to get in on this, not to boost myself. I want to give the kid the money. Just saying.
We're just teasing you, Jeff.
I know.
Someone else sent his mom $50 for snacks and stuff at the game,
and that's
and that's what I'm like, man. And his grandpa reached out to me on Twitter. That's taking him to the game because he's going with his grandpa, and he was like, he absolutely deserves this. He's been, even his mom was like, there's still a lot of rough days, and he really is going to love this. And, between that, because that's what, before I was like, some people, would be like, I don't want that out there. But, she's thinking man, this is going to be a super special day for him. And we're able to help in some small way as a Bengals nation to do that. That's pretty special.
And shout out to Sarah Perfman as well. Our Bengals I think mine and Ice is ticket rep, right?
Yeah, I don't have.
She's awesome.
Yeah,
Sarah's great.
She did reach out to me and said that they would give her a commemorative ticket for
that's what I mean. The kid's just going to have an awesome, and just let alone, let's get the win. Let's get the win for the kid and all that stuff. But my first game brought to you by Cincinnati Sports with Strawberry Ice is a bit wordy.
Hey, no, but I was joking around with Dale. I said, this is going to be for this kid, it's going to be fucking a supermodel for his first ever, losing his virginity. There's nowhere to go but down from all this.
Only Derek would mention a fourth grade kid and instantly go there.
Oh my God.
But hey, you guys want to talk some over-unders and stuff?
Yeah, let's
change subject real quick. Let's go.
First thing I wanted to start with is the team sacks and turnovers. Because we are donating money towards the
women helping women.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's $10 for every sack, right? And or turnover. I think us at Bengals and Brews are doing sacks and turnovers. Whatever negatively impacts Deshaun Watson in the best way possible, I think we're donating money to more or less. So I might even donate for pressures at this point. I don't know. But Yeah, team sacks and turnovers. I put it.
Well,
at
you keep
5.5.
adding stuff to it. You're gonna be paying my share, you son of a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
God damn.
I'm like,
Team sacks and turnovers.
This
I put it
man's
at
like
5.5.
pressure.
you guys got 3 guys on your show. It's just me. I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
all
but
for
Derek's
charity,
like Derek's over here like we're doing $100 for every pressure.
Cool. Well, yeah, I'm with Derek. Derek's got my share.
Yeah, there you go. No, I put it at 5.5 because I wasn't really sure. As my dog's barking, but I wasn't really sure what to put it at. So, what do you guys think?
You're hoping we get 2 interceptions and 4 sacks minimum. You know.
Yeah, something like that. So what's your guys' thoughts on that?
I think it'll be under just because we haven't been a big sack team necessarily. Well, big sack team. Anyways,
you like big sacks.
So, anyways, we haven't had a lot of sacks this season overall.
Yeah.
Clip it.
Yeah. There's no way to talk about sacks.
Welcome to Bengals and Brews.
Without me just thinking of some big meaty clankers, man. But I'm gonna say
hang down thing.
I'm gonna say under. We haven't had turnovers in forever, but I feel like we're due for one because Vaughn come out with the hot start. Bates had a couple. Like we're due, and I think Watson will serve up at least an interception. So I'm gonna say we end up just under with maybe 3 sacks and interception or forced fumble.
Yeah, I'm going under 2, and I'm calling it again because he got so close last weekend. But Cam Taylor Britt is getting one. He's getting one. He
was so close every.
He was right
week.
there. He was right there. If freaking Jesse Bates doesn't hit him, it's an interception. But yeah, I think we're going under for sure. At least 1 INT, and maybe 2 sacks.
So I'm going to be the overly optimistic one, I guess. I'm going to say over. I said it at 5.5 because I was thinking 6, because Trey Hendrickson has gotten so close week after week after week, and he has. I could see this being like a 2-sack game for Trey. So I'm on, 2 sacks for Trey, 1 for Sam. So that's 3. All you got to do is figure out 1 sack between everyone else, and then maybe a pick 6 or a fumble, something like that. So I'm going to hit the over on that one.
Well, in the middle of these, as you're going to the next one, we got a serious question here. There's some people here in Myrtle Beach, they think your eye mask that you wear to home games, that it came with assless chaps and a nipple ring. Can you confirm or deny this rumor?
I will say the assless chaps thing, yes. But the nipple rings, no. I can't.
Or it came with nipple rings, but you refused to pierce it.
I refused to put them on. That's what it was. But the assless chap things.
Look, he does the beer can titties. All right, that's enough.
That would be too much metal.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, next one, Derek.
So I put this one up there. Vegas has Cincy at -5.5, and the over/under for the team, both teams total is set at 46.5. So what's your guys' thoughts on that?
I'll say, gosh, yeah, that's the thing. I could see it going any which way, but I'm going to say we do get off to the fast start, and then we're able to slow Chubb down, and we end up kicking the shit out of him by about 20 points. I'm going to say we have about 34, and they have maybe 20. So that's also hitting the way over. So over, and we cover, and we beat the shit out of them, and we don't have to hear from their fans. And they can all shut the hell up and eat our asses.
Exactly. I'm going over. Bengals by 100. We're going to boat race these boys. Nick Chubb is going to have to deal with DJ Reader. I'm telling you, this is a huge thing. Uno is going to go off. We're going over big time, I think.
What are you hitting?
Paper.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm definitely going to take Cincy with the points because 5.5, I think. I just feel like Burrow's so freaking pissed off right now that
I think the whole team is.
I feel like they're going to lay the hammer, and they're not going to let off, and they're just going to keep going. I could see Cincy getting 40 themselves this week.
I mean,
we haven't had a 40 burger yet, right?
Yeah, I hope so. Just look at how Jamar Chase was throwing the dollar bills up at the Chiefs last week for what they said. I mean,
yeah,
I don't care. They're like, this is another game, but bullshit. They're sick of this crap. They're going to kick their ass.
He said he'd call you back after, Matt.
Yes. I said after. Matt, you should watch the show. I said afterwards. I told him after the game.
Well, he probably couldn't watch the show because he was just sitting there waiting for your phone call.
Yes,
So,
I'm sure Matt was sitting there. Well, Matt's sitting there waiting for my phone call, watching Pornhub. So,
Oh, by
Santa, see, it is that time of the year for the Santa
I
porn.
wanna be.
all by myself.
All right, Burrow 277.5.
Well,
I think if they would have set this at 299.5, I still would have taken the over. What's your thoughts?
My only reason here is because I'm like, well, I took the over last weekend and it didn't hit. So, yeah, I'm going to take the under. I'm going to say, like, once again, 260, 265 with, 2 or 3 touchdowns and just solid run production from Mixon and Pirine. Like that is the reason.
I didn't
why
think about
it's a
that.
little
Yeah,
under.
you're right. Yeah,
Well, that's my reasoning for it, but I could easily see him going over. But I'm going to take the under.
I'm going over 300. He's balling out, these boys. They're going to just destroy them. I just had this feeling they're going to just destroy them. 300. If 300 passing yard, he's going over.
I hope we're winning so much that he don't even have to play in the fourth quarter.
See,
That's
you're
that's
making
what I'm
me-
saying. That's exactly what I'm thinking. The fourth quarter, we're should be partying up the suite. Which, by the way, I am going to get up there. So just let you boys know, I will be there with it. Me and Chandler will be up there. I got it confirmed.
All right,
I'm coming.
hell yeah.
I'm coming.
Up to the
you know
suite,
what?
Dale. God,
I'm going to
damn
take
it,
the
Dale.
under just because of what Dale just said. I think we see BA out there this week.
What? He
I
said he's
really
coming?
do.
Is that what
I
you
think
think?
we see BA out there in the fourth quarter. The way to beat this team is freaking shove it up their ass, run it up the gut. So I think you're going to see a lot of Mixon, a lot of Pirine this week. So I will take the under, but like Dale said, just under. I think he'll be like around 260, 265.
We can win either way. That's what's so great this year,
Yep.
And Joe can rush for 50 like he did last week sometimes.
Yeah,
So
he
that's
can still have exactly like I said, 300 rushing and passing, and still be under that 277.5.
And that might be a thing moving forward. Joe running more. I mean, that
He's
might
loving
be
it.
I mean,
he said he feels good.
He feels good. Nobody expects it. I would not be surprised. I'm not saying RPO, Lamar Jackson stuff, but Joe could run it some more. I mean, we'll have to wait and see.
Well, he's gotten a lot better at not taking the hits on those and sliding the majority of the time. Now that one, I don't know. I still don't know if it was a bust to play or what, but he was not going down.
I think it was a 3rd and long actually, and where he had to get to the marker.
But he was not going down on that one, and he took a pretty good hit, and that's always still scares me. But hey, whatever, he wants to win.
Now the next one we got, I wanted to look for Pirines as well because I wanted to kind of see what Vegas was thinking on the two, but I wasn't able to find Pirine rushing yards. So if somebody in the chat or somebody was able to actually find those, just shoot it in the chat and let me know. But Mixon 59.5 rushing. What are your guys' thoughts?
Well, since he is the starting running back, and Zach Taylor's kind of come out and said that, and I mean, I've been saying like, hey, I'd give Pirine more carries, and I do think he'll probably get a little more playing time, especially, if we got a nice lead, you don't have to just keep Mixon out there the whole time as well, which is helpful. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I just think Mixon, he's probably been hearing this talk about Pirine, and he played so well in that Panthers game. I think he's going to go off for 80 or 90 yards rushing and another 30 or 40 receiving. So I've got the Burrow under, but it's because I think the running backs are both going to have good games. So I'll take the over on Mixon rushing.
You just about changed my mind because when we first brought this up, I'm like, I think it's going to be 50-50. I think Samaje is going to get a lot of carries here, but I do agree with what you said, Dale, because remember Mixon was sick and tired of hearing all this stuff. He went off for 5 touchdowns. I can totally see that happening. So I'm gonna go to the over. I'll say 60 because I think he's gonna get. I think Joe's gonna have 300. So I still think they're gonna throw a lot, but I'll go over by a smidge.
I think this will be the first one we're all going to agree on. I got Mixon over 65.5 as well. or 69.5.
It's Derek.
What
He's the
is he
moon.
talking about? Is it because of the
Man
light
on the moon.
right there?
You're the moon.
You're the man on the moon.
But Joe said he loves your key to the game. Just shove it up their ass.
Shove it up their ass.
Put it on the
Absolutely.
shirt. Key to the game. Shove it up their
Hey,
ass.
absolutely.
I thought we were doing
What, the
shirts.
blind
damn it,
images,
Dale.
Cincy shirts, what is it? LFG Cincy? Somebody put on there Bengals and Bruce.
Look. Now
shove
you
it
make
up
fun of
their
me
ass.
for trying to get somebody else to make shirts, Dale. See, Derek's doing the same thing.
What? Those guys are good at it. We suck. So
Well, we have people that said that we should have a shirt that says, or a crew that says, damn it, Dale.
damn it.
So
Dale.
yeah, so we should make that. Dale made fun of me about it.
Chase 81.5 receiving yards. Thoughts?
I'm gonna take the over on this because, like we've talked, I kind of took the under. Like, oh, maybe he'll be a little rusty last week. Well, that didn't.
That didn't go so well.
That didn't age well, did it? He was.
Nope.
Yeah,
just
he
damn fine.
only had 97 yards.
Yeah,
No biggie.
yeah. So and like we had talked about, he can hit 50, 60, 70, 80 on one or two plays easily. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the over. I don't know. I mean, Denzel Ward is back. Their secondary's not bad, but at the same point in time, Jamar Chase just finds ways to make plays and get open, and it doesn't matter who's covering him. He's a playmaker. He's an elite receiver in this league. I think he'll have a good 90 to 120, anywhere in that range.
Yeah, I'm agree with you. I'm going over. I mean, I just like everything you just said. Yeah, I can't disagree with anything you said there. I mean, he's off for a month, came back like he missed nothing. He made the great one-handed catch. I know it didn't count. It's one of the best
that was
catches
so beautiful.
I've
Yeah.
ever seen. I know
Yeah.
it was right now. All three of our viewers were freaking out, like, "Oh my God, that's a great catch." He's going over. I mean, because I think he's sick and tired of hearing about the Browns beating them and the Browns cornerbacks shutting them down and all that stuff. I think they're going off. So I'm going over.
I'm going over.
It's nothing left to
Nothing
say.
else.
Yeah, I mean, you guys
Whatever.
both pretty much covered it. So
Yeah.
and then T 67.5 receiving yards.
Now, this is the one that I'm like, I don't
This
know.
one- Yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing really well too, but we
Well,
saw
he
with
gets the ball.
Jamar back and him get exactly.
Right.
He only had 3 catches last week. He had a huge touchdown, and he had the freaking catch that sealed the game, which
I
was
think
just
he
a phenomenal
still had
play.
over 70, right? Though.
I thought it was
Did he
only
not?
like 35
only-
yards. 3 catches, 35 yards, and a touchdown.
Oh, look.
I
at that.
think. But so I'm gonna say maybe he has another 50 or 60 tough chain moving and gets a touchdown or 2 in the red zone. He's a damn good red zone target. And even though Hurst hadn't been in the end zone for a while, that's still one less, big body target down in the red zone. So I could see T having a good 4 or 5 catches, 60 to 65 yards and a touchdown or 2 touchdowns and still hit the under. So I'm going to say under, but not by much.
Yeah, he was 3 for 35 and a tutty.
Yeah, I don't know why you looked it up because I tell you not to fucking doubt me, but
no, honestly, it surprised me because the tutty he had was at least like a 30-yarder or something.
no, it wasn't. It was down in the red zone, and it was a 3rd down, and he had to like power forward to the goal line.
Yes. He dove for
So
it.
it was maybe like a 15 yarder.
My bad.
He had to really
the Tennessee
make
game
extra
was the one I was
effort.
thinking of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tennessee game was in the back of the end or front of the end zone. Yes.
He had some deep balls in both the Tennessee and the Pittsburgh games. He was, both of those, they went downfield to him, like I think twice in each one at least.
Yeah,
I mean,
big plays.
either way, it's hard to. T could go off. T could be the 100-yard guy.
Now here's a bold prediction. BG's going.
Well, no, I don't. I don't want that to happen. Any touchdowns I love, but I've been praying for a
Hurst.
Hayden Hurst touchdown.
Well, he's not playing tomorrow, so
Yeah.
you can't have it.
Mitchell Wilcox got to step up.
Yeah.
He okay. Let me ask you.
Wilcox actually played pretty good last week. I mean, honestly,
He did.
I didn't think he looked bad, honestly.
No.
And I've had Hayden Hurst in my fantasy lineup for this whole year. And last week, he goes out, and then this week I'm like, do I venture to Mitchell Wilcox or do I pick up
I
like
don't
another
think I would do
fan? Yeah, because they only had 1 reception last week but it was for like 20 yards or something like that.
It was on the first drive of the game.
Yeah. Was that the only one he had? Did he not have anything after
Derek,
Hurt?
why don't you remember
I
this
think
stuff?
so.
What were you doing
Yeah,
in the game?
that's what
My
Joe said.
God.
They're-
Why do I
both
not
their memories.
remember?
No.
But
BG
I
made
think,
his own shotgun bet. The Wilcox touchdown is his, and that's fine.
all right. Hey,
Accept
we'll
it.
take it because that'll be plus money. So, BG, listen, if he doesn't, you send us a video. I know we've never seen your face, but send us a video of you shotgunning a
It'll be
beer
just a
or
dark
taking a shot.
screen of him drinking. We won't see anything.
He'll have like water or
Notice-
something.
I
This
think
is so hard.
I think if Wilcox gets the touchdown, it adds a shot for you, Derek.
Yes. I'm with that. Yes. Because you said no.
realize,
Yes.
all right, fuck it, let's go.
Derek, just,
That was not hard to
It's
talk
not-
into.
Derek, you want to drink more? Fuck it. Let's go.
Hey, Jeff,
No,
from the safety of your home, by the way, not
Yeah.
out in public.
Yes.
But
here's the thing.
over under, Jeff. Did we get to Jeff's over under on this one?
I said under.
Under.
I said under as well.
Okay.
Not by much. I'm with
But
you.
here's
I
the
know.
thing, Fiji. I'll make a bet with you. If if Mitchell does score a touchdown, then obviously you don't, and I will have to shotgun a beer. Now I'm not taking a shot of bourbon.
Oh,
I will, in fact,
Shut up, Herbert.
on
Shotgun
air,
a beer.
shotgun a
Alright.
beer.
Deal.
Which, I've seen Derek. He's very good.
Which
at
Jeff, he's not very good at it.
that. No, I suck at
So-
it. If I do it, it's got to be outside because I will spill it all over the place. So I'm not very.
I will
good at it.
I will do one of those things where they show you how to do it and stuff like that. But
Do
I
you
wouldn't
do
that.
shotgunning a beer 101?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First, you do this.
I'm
then
sure
you-
Shotgunning a beer for dummies. You know they have a for dummies book, like,
I need that. I need that.
All right, so last one, Boyd over 40.5. This is the one that I'm kind of excited about. Not excited about something about a predator I just saw.
But Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi,
Oi. Could it be Aussie time?
Could be. Man. Oh, dude, if he gets a touchdown, we're screaming at Aussie, oi, oi, oi.
Oh,
If
for
he gets
sure.
a catch, if he lays a
I said.
block,
If he gets a catch, we're screaming at.
screaming that.
Yeah.
No doubt. All right, Boyd, 40.5 received. Boyd has been the toughest one to predict lately for
He has
me.
been.
Like, it's
Yeah.
I had never know at all.
When
And like
when
he can have
Jamar-
one.
Yeah.
He can have one
He had one
drive
catch.
where he gets over that, but you know
Hell,
what
he
I
had
mean.
one
Like
catch for 40 yards.
Yeah.
And
But
then,
When
like,
Jamar was out, you could almost guarantee 40 yards, but
he was driving, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
on that one drive, he had two, and then he dropped the one in the end zone. On that one drive alone, he would have had about this
Right.
amount.
yeah.
It's so tough. So James is saying over. I don't know for. So I've got Chase with around 100 and some, and I've got Higgins around 60. And I'm just trying to think. I said Mixon could possibly get 80 or 90 to 100, and if P Ryan gets you another 50 yards, Joe runs for 50. There's only so many yards out there, is what I'm saying. So I'm gonna say under. He ends up with a line like Higgins had last week: 3 catches, 35 yards, maybe a touchdown.
I'm going over, but not by much. I mean, everything we're saying, I think we're going to boat race them, but the likelihood of all this happening, there's a more likelihood of TB going over 40 than Joe going for 50, and
Right.
50 with so I'm gonna go over 45 with Boyd. I'll go slightly over with him.
41 yards.
Wow.
Just the over. That's usually how I do it.
Going out on a limb there, Derek. Wow.
Yeah, I'm going over, but like you said, just slightly over. I don't, because that's about where he is. When Chase is in the lineup, he's plus 340. Jeez. Good luck with that.
You said it would be a big money bet.
I thought it was. But yeah, I'm
That's a
going
lot of shotguns right there.
just over.
Hey, I'm good if with Higgins getting 80 and Jamar around 100. I mean, that sounds good to me.
As long as we
Mhm.
win, I don't really give a
Yeah.
crap who gets what. I
Just
win.
fucking win.
Well, Jeff, when you're sponsored by Betfred Sportsbook, sometimes you got to give a crap about these things, Jeff.
Wait, we're sponsored? Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda.
loosely affiliated till
Exactly.
they get
Hey,
rid of us.
We're going to party our asses off tomorrow in the suite. I can't wait. I'm so happy that I'm going to get up there. It's going to be fun. I got to hang out with the boys. We're going to have a freaking blast up there.
Are you going to do can titties?
I don't. That's that guy.
I know,
Yeah.
but he's
No,
on
I
good
listen.
behavior.
The titties are staying in the shirt.
So I have a question: Is your father-in-law staying at the seats, or
He will
big
be.
time?
Yeah, my father-in-law and my sister-in-law. I gave them our tickets for 10th birthday.
You're big time. I'm going up to the suite. You guys can have my tickets. I'm going.
Hey,
up to the
listen.
suite.
Those tickets ain't cheap, motherfucker.
Well,
all right?
he could have
I know.
sold
I
them.
pay for the same ones.
Right now, he could have sold them at least for a couple $100 a piece.
Yeah,
easily.
$300-$400. Yeah.
I'm going to get up there, and I'm just nobody's going to be sitting in my seats.
So you mean they're not going to get bothered by the Iceman? Is what you're trying to tell me?
Well, maybe. It just depends on what I'm there.
Well, hey, if somebody that watches the shows up in the 300s, just let Jeff know. If you're a loyal listener of our shows,
I got to get into the game first. That's the thing.
I know that's what I'm saying. But once you
Yeah,
make your way up, you know you ain't gonna leave.
There's two.
No, yeah. No, once I
Open.
get up there, you guys can go sit there.
All right. Hey, no, we're going to do this live right now. There's 11 viewers right now. If you are in the
11.
upper 300
and you want to
come to the lower bowl, let us know before we hang up.
Hollis usually has tickets up, but I mean he likes his seats, so
Which I will say this: before I got my 158s, I used to be part of the Candy Be Crazies. I love it up there. Everybody up there is fun, energetic. Like that place is rocking up there. But
Absolutely, that's where I sat for a while.
yeah, if anybody wants, give them to someone who doesn't have tickets.
What's
Yeah,
the
but he
problem
can't.
with that
I
is
can't. I have to get into the game.
He has to
If you
use
have
it.
a ticket to the game, you can. I get to the suite. You can sit in my seats, but I gotta have the tickets to get in the game. That's the thing. So I can't just trust me. I have no problem giving my. If I had tickets and I was going to the suite, like I can give my tickets away. I want to get in. So, but if you guys want to sit in the seats, I can tell you where they're at.
yeah, just gotta message Jeff.
Yeah.
On Twitter, he won't respond. But
Not really. No, I didn't know Dale was doing all this stuff with Levi. I found out about it later.
yeah.
Wow, this is cool.
Any other bets, Derek? Was that the last one?
that's
I
the
think
last
we-
one I
we-
had.
we need to-
Moonshine
we need to
is
bet
Derek's
over
new
under.
nickname.
We
The
need to-
funny thing is, Crip, is I actually partake in that whole situation. I've got a still. I do all that stuff. So I am
I
a
partake in
bona
that whole
fide
situation.
You're not supposed to tell everyone you
redneck.
have a still.
Police,
I'm
Yeah.
a bona fide redneck that lives in a gated
Look at him.
community.
look at him.
Hey, it's not illegal unless you sell it. So
You just told everybody where you're at.
But
I
he
said
don't
it's
sell
not. I don't sell it.
So I think we should over under of beer can titties.
it. No.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
No, I will throw one more in, and then we'll hop off here and end this because we've been over an hour already, and we like to keep it around this mark. But we did this one last week, and Cam Taylor-Britt ended up only having like 3 or 4 tackles, which surprised me because it seemed like he was flying around again. But we'll just say how many tackles. We'll set it at last week. I think we were like 7, 8 something because he
Yeah.
had 7
Set it
one week, 8
4.
another. I was going to say we'll set it at 4.5.
Okay.
All right,
So
Four and
over
a half.
under tackles for Cam Taylor.
I'm going over. I say get an INT, so I'm going over.
That's a good number, honestly.
I'm going 5 with a pick.
Sounds good to me. I'll say over. I'll say 6 tackles. He don't get the pick, but 6 tackles.
See,
It's,
it's
a lot
really
for a
hard for
quarter,
me.
yeah.
It's hard for me because of the running the ball aspect of the Browns. I feel like they're going to do everything
Yeah, but
they can to run
the
the
thing
ball.
is, Derek, if they're behind, like we
Yeah.
think they're
Yeah.
going to be,
That's
they're going to
true.
have to throw the ball.
All right,
so
fuck it. Let's go over.
there you go.
Over.
There you go. He's
right.
he's so easily influenced. It's ridiculous.
So there's still a chance he could have
Mm.
can titties.
Can't do this. Yes. It's
No,
it wrong.
Bourbon's staying at home. Hey,
They might,
Matt,
they might have
Matt, if
bourbon.
you're listening, do not bring the bourbon anywhere near me.
What if they have bourbon in the suite already? I mean, it is a suite. They might have
Come
bourbon
on,
there.
man. I hate Matt.
Just saying.
Moonshine Davis. Hey, I've got some. Hey, Hoss is here. Hey, shout out Hoss because he was the winner last week of the over-under bet that we did.
He's
So
been
Hoss,
winning.
I know, but Hoss, I've got a T-shirt and I've got a hat for you and a koozie specifically for you, brother.
Did Hoss? You're gonna have to give us your shotgun bet of the week here. Derek's made him difficult now.
Yeah, I want to see Hoss ain't lost. Hoss
I know.
never loses, never lost. That kind of rhymes. so
Hoss
good.
no loss.
Yeah.
Lost and lost.
So Hoss, what's your Betfred Sports Book?
You got
Shotgun
Burrow.
bet of the week.
Recap one more time. Burrow 275 yards, 2+ touchdowns, and a win. All three combined into one. Burrow over 2.5 touchdowns. That's the one I took. Cincy, this is first half. Derek made this terribly. Cincinnati and Cleveland combined 23.5 points in the first half. Now,
Yeah.
that's what it's supposed to be, Jeff. I know. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's very
There's
confusing.
not enough room.
And then Cincinnati over 25.5 for the game total, just Cincinnati.
Take the
Then
horse
you have
bet.
Chase, 100 yards, and a Cincinnati win.
That's
T
what he's
anytime
going with.
touchdown. Burrow over 26 rush yards. So
That's what he's going with. He said, "I'll take the hardest bet." So he's going Chase 100 and
Chase
Cincy
100
win.
yards and a Cincy win. All right. What about you, Jeff? Did you pick?
Not yet.
No, and I believe he owes us. Does he not?
I do, but it's not happening right now. I have to go to dinner with my wife after this. It'll happen later.
Just make her drive because we all know
she's-
what
well,
making
she's-
a woman
she's
do
already-
something.
She's already
amounts to.
driving, so I don't want to be anymore. I don't want to be. I wanted her to be able to be okay with going out in public with me right now.
Hey, I'm smoking a meatloaf, so
Nobody wants to know what you're smoking right now. I'm going with the. I'm gonna go with Burrow over 26 yards.
right.
I'm gonna go with that. I'll tell you, and I've lost every time. So actually, I won last week, didn't I?
yeah,
No,
everyone literally.
No, you didn't. It was the four of us on the show. You were on the show with us because I listened to it back.
All four of us lost.
Oh, okay.
All four of us
All
lost.
four of us lost.
Now we're on the show, and everyone in the chat won.
Yeah.
This is so
All
ridiculous.
right, so I'm going over 26 rushes with Burrow. So I owe you. I'll get you. I got you guys. Just that.
Hey, we will record it
Which
at
I
the
have a feeling.
tailgate. How about
I have a
that?
feeling we might do an after dark when I get back. So
Oh, I'm not. I'm behaving tonight. I'm going to bed early, ready for tomorrow.
He's got to be up at like 3:30 in the morning. Not a soul in sight. City's looking like a ghost town on the moonless summer night.
Don't ever do that again.
All right.
You're whiter than Casper's dick, buddy. Anybody ever told you that?
All right. On that note,
What
everybody-
did you guys? Wait, what did you guys pick? What did you guys pick?
We picked early before you got on.
Oh, okay, never mind. My bad. My
If
bad.
you
I
want
picked-
to know what I picked,
Yeah,
go
what
back
you
and
pick?
watch the show because I'm not explaining all that shit.
Yeah, he picked like a bunch, and he even
Yeah.
added one on top of two of these.
Jesus, because he just wants to drink. That's all it is.
I picked the Burrow over 2.5 touchdowns. I think he'll have 3 touchdowns. Could be
Yeah.
2 passing, 1 rushing, but it's,
right.
mine's
Good.
simple
I picked
enough.
I picked Burrow. What?
Same thing, 2.5
Yeah.
touchdowns.
Burrow
picked that
2.5 touchdowns.
He picked
The
the
Bengals-
very complicated
Bengals
point.
Browns over 23.5 points in the first half. The Bengals to score over 25.5 for the whole
Total.
game. Plus the Pittsburgh Baltimore game to be under 36.5 points. So that was my bet.
You're gonna be drinking a lot.
I'm going to be drinking a lot. My wife's
right,
going to
boys.
hate me.
All right, Houday. Hope to see you all tomorrow at the tailgate.
Good everybody.
Yay.
Hey, let's get this win and fuck Deshaun Watson.
Fuck the
Wow.
Browns.
I wouldn't touch him with your dick.
Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and tripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who got 'em, who rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em, yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em. Single bottle, never stop it. To the beast and on 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes? Flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes ice in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black, and white. Cause when the jungle come alive.